common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What is going on, guys? What is going on? Welcome back to another live episode here at Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrated. We are back here today at the normal time and normal schedule at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, right on the dot. We do have an RPD giveaway from last live show, so if you have not participated, get over there, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment in the comment section. Tonight will also be an RPD Rapids giveaway. So you must be subscribed to the channel. After this show is over, leave a comment in the comment section below, either with your Rapids RPD address, or you can leave your Telegram handle if you're part of the Rapids Tipbot group, as I can instantly send that via that Tipbot platform they have created. What you got going on over there, Todd?
Shoot, just going through the charts, liking the way Litecoin and Ethereum's acting. No doubt.
We got a couple articles to talk about. We're going to be talking about the proof of keys that is tomorrow, January 3rd, what it means for you. Are you participating? Do you need to participate? And is people and exchanges stealing your cryptocurrencies? The answer is no, but we'll discuss why here in a second. Fortnite, the largest esports game as far as volume of users, over 200 million active users, now accepts cryptocurrencies, but it may not be the crypto that you think. And Bakkt, the infamous Bakkt exchange that has been pushed back twice and possibly a third time. It is supposed to launch January 24th, but it is still awaiting the CFTC approval to launch physically delivered cryptocurrency futures markets. They have raised another $182 million from 12 individual institutional platforms. These are agencies like Goldman Sachs and others. These are also traditional companies that are putting their money where their mouth is, such as Microsoft, Starbucks, and others. If this tells you anything, even if you're like, oh, Bakkt's going to get pushed back again, if this tells you anything, this means that big companies are looking to get a piece of the pie. They're interested in the action, and this funding will allow for further employees and further development of their platform to offer other cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin in the near-term future. And in this article, they're also talking about other potential ways that they're going to integrate the mainstream lifestyle with the blockchain technology and cryptocurrency technology as well. And then, of course, we've got to have the Todd Father over there looking at some charts, letting us know what's going on, because I don't know if you guys watched our live show. Hopefully you took our buy signals. We had buy signals on Ethereum at $109 to $112. What it hit on Binance, Todd?
111.
111. We had buys on Litecoin. It was down in the 20s, around 30. Said to buy.
That was like 27.75. I picked that low.
We had buys on EOS at 6,300 sats. It is now above 7,300 satoshis. We had buys on Bitcoin. We had buys on Ethereum Classic off the lows. And out of all the coins that people asked us, we are pretty friendly on all of them but one. And that was on one of my favorites, Horizon Zen, Z-E-N. I said, whoa, easy does it. Wait for that thing to pull back. It was $6.58. Now it is $5.48. So saved you a buck there, something around 20%. If you're looking to buy that, or whoever asked for my opinion on Zen, saved you 20%. Get 20% more Zen now.
Made money, saved money.
I'm rich, bitch!
That's what we're doing around here. All right, let's go ahead and take a look, and let's get started.
Hold on. Happy New Year to Ryzen and his little son, Isaac.
Shout out, Isaac.
Isaac might be watching. He's like 6, maybe? I don't know.
Learning young. Got to get that college fund of BTC going, because that's all they're going to accept here by the time he's in college. So what do we got? What do we got? Market cap is up to $134 billion. Bitcoin dominance is slightly above 51%. And oh my gosh, we are still seeing green in the market when everybody is shorting, leverage shorting, and the bears are out. That is time, at least for a relief rally. And as of now, this is continuing to go higher. Last live show, we said if Bitcoin stays above 3440, we are still bullish with a target of 4.8K to 5.2K. And looky here, Bitcoin is at $3,926 over the New Year's break. Ethereum rallying from $80 up to $153. We told you to buy between 109 to 112. It hit a low of $111 and has absolutely tore it up over the past several days. XRP remaining strong at 37 cents. Bitcoin Cash to 172, EOS to 284. You are up about probably about 10-15% off the 6,300 sat buy that we had going on in our Discord and Patreon channel. If you guys aren't over there, we can stay up to date more often over there, as it is a little harder to get on here and go live. Stellar Lumen's up to almost 12 cents. Litecoin leading the charge, hit 33.26 after having some UFC sponsorship going on with that UFC fight. If you guys watched it, smaller logo. It wasn't the bigger logo, but it was on the mat. It was there. Charlie Lee was in attendance watching the UFC fight, and they did get Litecoin announced before a couple of fights. I think even before the women's belt fight, they said that the official sponsor was Litecoin cryptocurrency. So that was pretty interesting as well. Let's see the biggest winners for the day before we throw it over to Todd. DGX DAO up 8%, Ethereum up 9%, and MadeSafe up 9% as well. We see some familiar faces here down to Aeon and Icon, as well as Monero, which we have an article about that we'll talk about here shortly. And then Theta Token, if you're a part of Discord and Patreon, Hilton Stone, I believe, or Iron Worker, wants me to do a deep dive on Theta. I've done kind of a preliminary dive, but haven't had a full chance to dig deep into that. And I think we're going to do a Patreon requested recording for Theta here in the next couple days. All right, Todd, what are the charts saying? Let's see what we got. Make us some money.
Gary O'Connell, you're a fool. Empowered to achieve, I'm not going to agree with that. I know other channels are talking about that. I'm being told, but that being delayed, I don't think it's going to affect anything. I mean, it didn't affect it today. We've had a pretty big pump without it. I think, if this market's good to go, everybody knows I'm staying on the bullish side, but the news could stay bad for months here and prices could still rally. So I wouldn't pay attention to any news. Markets climb a wall of worries. So I hope the news stays bad, but no Bakkt exchange, none of that delay. I don't think that's going to affect anything. So I don't think that's in the news that much. So, but here is the 1 hour Bitcoin. I mean, not much really has changed. I did want to go over again. We had the 0.618 if this was a 1-2. If you call this the 1 and do the Fibonacci retracements, it came down to exactly the lows at like 35.30. This first ABC, if you take that times 1.618, it exactly to like the dollar is the move from C down here to the 5 ways down. Those are normal relationships on Elliott Wave. I do have to laugh. I'm seeing a lot of Elliott Wave on crypto Twitter, and people are throwing ABCs and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s on everything. They're throwing sign of weaknesses, sign of strengths for Wyckoff on everything. So I think people ought to read a few books or do some online research before they start labeling charts, because some of it's hilarious. So, but this wave 2, again, met the 0.618 retracement. That was pretty simple. I still think that's a 1-2. Worst case, this is probably not a 1, it's an A. And this might not be a B. We might go sideways here for, run up maybe to 4,000, fall back to 3,800, mouse around here for another week, and call that a B wave, and then run up to 4,800 or something, and then maybe renew the bear market. And I think that's the best choice the bears have. So again, sideways here or higher now, and then another pullback. But I'm still going to stay bullish. I mean, you got to be impressed with Ethereum going from really 80 to 160 off the lows. I think that was a pretty good move. We were talking about this 109 to 112 area because that was kind of a previous fourth, and the software kind of showed that we was meeting support down there. That caught that low exact. I would expect this market to still, I would think we're going to go higher still here overnight, next 24 hours. Bust Ethereum higher. Same thing, Litecoin. We had to buy 27.75, I think, actually last time we was here. Because I was really friendly there because you had this triangle formation. You had the quick breakdown down to previous support. That was kind of an easy buy there at 27.75. I would expect us to go higher there too. So let's let Nick do a little bit of news, then we're going to come back and do a little bit of stocks. We've been hot on the stock still, so we'll go over that real quick.
Sounds good. Sounds good. This is the kind of the image of the EOS trade we were talking about over in Discord. We had the buy orders set around 6,300. Over on Binance, it got as low as like 6,200. But this candle is where we got filled, and this is the rally that we had. I said if you are just short-term swing trading, take the profits or at least put a stop up here to capitalize on those profits. We are oversold on the 4-hour chart, but we do have some room to breathe on the daily, which you can get one more push. I was saying around 76.50. I wouldn't mind taking some off the table if we get one more push, one more green candle up higher. And then for those you in Discord, you know where my major sell orders are on EOS. I'm not going to make that public because that's what you guys pay for. So here we go. This is the news that came out on Bakkt. Bakkt completes first round of funding, raises $182.5 million from 12 partners. Intercontinental Exchange ICE subsidiary Bakkt announced on New Year's Eve that it has completed its first round of funding, raising $182.5 million from 12 partners and investors. Quote, "Our work today is centered on driving institutional access for digital assets along with merchant and consumer uses, and we are already expanding on this vision, collaborating with great companies like Starbucks in these efforts." The blog further notes that the team at Bakkt has been working around the clock with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, or the CFTC. Why have they been brown-nosing to the CFTC? Probably paying them off too behind closed doors, because without their approval, they can't actually launch. And without that launch, well, you're going to keep seeing all the FUD articles. Now, Bakkt is not the end-all, be-all for cryptocurrencies. We got to $20,000 with no institutional exposure.
Exactly.
But Bakkt, in my opinion, is the next catalyst for the bull market based on timing and based on the fact that all these different institutional-grade platforms or companies are investing in this exchange. It is going to be a futures market, but it is physically delivered, meaning on finite supply resources like Bitcoin and others, liquidity dries up, price usually only can go in one direction, and that is much higher. The regulatory approval will be an important milestone as it will pave the way for physically delivered and warehouse Bitcoin and establish the voice of U.S. regulatory authorities as the digital asset market continues to evolve and grow globally. The futures contract was expected to be launched by ICE on December 12th, but was rescheduled to January 24th, 2019, and it seems it might. Everybody's saying it is for sure getting pushed back. That's not the case, guys. January 24th is still penciled in on the books. It might get pushed back again depending on the CFTC's approval and other regulatory hurdles. But the team at Bakkt is leaving no stone unturned and releasing a platform that is fully operational from day one. Many experts believe that Bakkt Bitcoin futures approval would begin a bull rally for cryptocurrencies in the market. Do I think it'll be a bull rally? Maybe, maybe not. What I do think it does, it is the first bull catalyst where you're going to see the sentiment in the mainstream media flip-flop. You're going to see institutions start pushing cryptocurrencies on you, the clients. Well, not so much you guys because you know how to actually work these things, but the general public, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister. And that is going to open the doors for other exchanges and platforms to launch as well, whether it be the Van Eck Bitcoin ETF, whether it be ErisX, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, Goldman Sachs Bitcoin Trading Desk. Those are all in the works, and those will all be launched in 2019. So if you want to look at FUD articles or paid articles, you can make whatever opinion you want. But the macro fundamentals have not changed. Only the timeline for those fundamentals have been altered. Do what you want. We've had some good buy signals here. We're still looking higher. And we're keeping our eye still at that 34.40 level on Bitcoin. If it remains above that, I keep accumulating. If it breaks below that, maybe look for a swing trade to a new localized low to 2.8K to 3K Bitcoin. What you got, Todd?
I was going to say I was at the club the other night and ran into a couple older gentlemen that have big stock portfolios, and they were asking about Bitcoin. They were asking me. I didn't offer it, but they hear, that it's coming mainstream. So, and their old guy, their old brokers are saying, stay away from it. Don't do it. Don't worry about it. But they're just hearing that it's coming. So And again, those guys are going to bring, they're not going to invest $5 or $10,000. They're going to do 25, 50, 100. If it works, they're going to add more. So I think you're still going to have everybody chase it. And those people are just as emotional as everybody that ran it to 20,000. They'll chase it again, I think. So I think that's what's going to happen. We shall see.
You want to take a look at a few charts, or you want me to run through one more news article and do this giveaway from the last live show?
I tell you, I talked about on Twitter. I said I'd thrown this up. Some Wyckoffians only trade primary trading opportunities. One of those is buy springs and uptrends, and sell upthrust and downtrends. I mean, or buy back up to the creeks, or sell upthrust, etc. So I just want to kind of show some of those. This is Wingstop that I successfully traded earlier last year. This is a spring. We come down and break a previous support level on low volume. We had a spring here the other day. I bring that up too because I tweeted that on EOS. EOS, you could have had it down here at the 240. I kind of thought this was a flat. We talked about that in Discord. So I was really a buyer 245, 250. We did come down to 230. But, we had this rally on good volume, big green bars coming off the bottom here. You could have bought a 50% retracement and bought a 260, etc. So I think, if you're looking to day trade or swing trade, I think you look for springs and uptrends. You could have done sell the upthrust and downtrends, but I think now, obviously, if we're making a bull move here, the worst of the sell-off's done. And I think you try to buy springs and uptrends on any of these coins. So that's something I would be looking at. I'm going to let you take it back, and I'm going to come back and do stocks here in a minute.
Sounds good. Not too much going on over in the chat box, but shout out to everybody tuning in right now. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas if you already missed it. And what are you waiting for if you have not subscribed or hit that like button? And yes, we are doing a Rapids RPD giveaway, so leave a comment in the comment section below with your Rapids RPD address or your Telegram handle.
Yeah, I got to interrupt while I think about it because I don't want to forget this. If you go to learncrypto.io and you log in as a student, you've already purchased a course, you'll see in the top left-hand corner it says, actually, let's just bring it up here real quick. I'm probably not logged in.
Crazy Canuck says, Rapids brought me here. Well, shout out to you. Glad to get some of the Rapids community coming over to learn crypto. We have gained we break that 6,000 support. Now we're up to 6,100 or something without even doing a video. So I don't know if that's a lot of the Rapids community or Todd's Litecoin buy video, whatever it may be. But we just keep growing over here, and we're just trying to make the best of the bear market. And really, we're just here to help people. It's not about the money. YouTube revenue isn't that high, but we're here to help people. We do have a cryptocurrency and Wyckoff trading course. We do have a beginner course that we can monetize on, obviously. But overall, I think you can ask anybody who's in our Patreon or Discord if there's a question. I try to answer it. I've had hour-long phone calls with Chris K9 helping them get desktop wallets going. So really, we're just trying to expand this ecosystem.
We just a lot of channels are bleeding out subscribers, and we just added a quick 100. So if you log into learncrypto.io, you'll see over here, it'll show up once you're logged in, it'll say forums. I had it set up before, and then there's some type of issue with the website, and it just got everything fixed. So if you go there, you're going to be able to ask questions on the software. When we launch the software, you're going to be able to, you can ask questions about the course, and there'll be already conversations in there. So I'm hoping to expand that as we move along, because that was kind of my intent all along to do that. So just trying to make it an easy area. If you buy the course, you'll be able to see questions already discussed or ask me other questions. We can throw charts back and forth. And I want that so when I launch the software, hopefully people that have purchased the software will throw ideas around, etc. So if it don't get done in Discord, then hopefully some people that are just buying the course will be able to at least share a few ideas. So I'll let you have it back.
Yep, I'll do this news article. Take a look at Courtney Kingdom's comment there and maybe pull up the chart, and you can kind of answer that when I give it back to you. Bitcoin exchange HIP BTC freezes customers' accounts ahead of Proof of Keys event. Really, I'm not commenting on the... I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
Woo, because I'm allergic to some bullshit. I'm not going to comment on whether or not HitBTC is freezing accounts or not. I personally have not had any accounts frozen, but that's beyond the point. Really, why I brought this article up is because the Proof of Keys event does occur on January 3rd. That is tomorrow. If you don't know what Proof of Keys is, type it on Google, read the official documentation on it. Essentially, what it is cryptocurrencies were created to mitigate or get rid of third parties and the traditional banking system to make a more secure monetary system and financial system for everybody, and a global one at that. Proof of Keys essentially is you pull all of your cryptocurrencies off the exchanges and send them to your hardware wallets, a ledger, a Trezor, your desktop wallets, where you own that private key. If you don't have a private key, you technically don't own the coins. What this also does is it kind of checks these exchanges to see if they actually hold all the cryptocurrencies that they are allowing to be traded on their platforms. Should you participate? I think it is good to understand how to send and store your cryptocurrencies and maintain the private keys. I preach the Ledger Nano S. That's why we have a link in the description below for ledgers. So I like Ledger hardware wallets. I think you should learn it. I think you should use it. Now, I always say, if you're not trading, you need to store your cryptocurrencies on a hardware wallet. If you are doing any swing trading, day trading, whatever, leave that on an exchange. But I also talk about exchange risk. During this Proof of Keys event, if you do not want to take them off the exchanges, I highly recommend sending your cryptocurrencies to either Coinbase, Binance, or even another US-based exchange like Poloniex or Kraken, only because the US-based exchanges are going to have the highest regulation, so therefore they probably, nothing's guaranteed, so I'm going to say probably, have all the cryptocurrency funds that are traded on their platform. And I definitely believe Coinbase and Binance are Seifu, or those are the ones you should be using, because I guess what? If it is shown that Coinbase or Binance doesn't have all of the cryptocurrencies that are being traded, all these cryptocurrencies will probably go to zero anyways, so you're not really mitigating any risk by sending them to your private address. So do what you want. I think it's a great event. This isn't the first year. A lot of people act like this is the first year this is happening. This is like the 6th or 7th year of Proof of Keys event. Obviously, it's growing and more popular with the surge of new investors and hodlers we had in 2017. But once again, I think you should probably do it if you have the time. If you don't, send it to one of the top exchanges, and I think everything will be okay.
Right, because Coinbase, these exchanges aren't stealing your Bitcoin.
No.
They're rehypothecating. They're loaning it out for short sellers, maybe.
Let's do this giveaway. So, if you never participated in the giveaway, this is how it goes. We click on the last live show. We copy the URL. We go ahead and take it in our random comment picker over here. Paste it. We filter duplicate users. So don't post 37 times because you're only going to get one entry. So don't try to be sneaky. We got 79 unique commenters trying to win 25,000 RPD just for being an active community member and tuning in here to learn crypto. Here we go. Hit me that music because we're going round and round. Wrong one. But the winner is Nicholas Berglicia. Keep up the quality content and BTFDDDD. And it looks like he might have his Telegram handle, so I might get to demonstrate the Rapids tip bot here. Here's the Rapids tip bot. If you guys aren't in it, well, you're losing out on money. Let's see. Tip/tip. Paste. I hope he has, this is his Telegram. Otherwise, this is going to be bad. I don't know if this is going to work, guys. It doesn't look like it. Nope. You gave me your Telegram handle, but you're not in the tip bot. That's unfortunate. Well, since we're already over here, let's go ahead and slash lucky on some people. Make their day. Let's lucky 1,000 RPD on everybody. If you're one of the lucky users, Euro per, I am cool 666 or Sophia, congratulations. You just got your share of 1,000 RPD that simply. As for this individual, I guess I need to take a picture and try to leave him a comment so I can get his Rapids address. So there you go, guys. Participate in this giveaway. Leave your Rapids RPD address in the comment section below, or leave your Telegram handle and join the Rapids tip bot so I can tip you live on air so everybody knows you're getting your cryptocurrency and we aren't taking those.
Right. It's not my wealthies and it's not my stripper friends.
Right. Exactly.
I'm going to take over the chart real quick to answer that question that rolled by a little bit ago.
Gary O'Connell says, been doing it 2 years and never won. Todd's relatives always win this. That's hilarious.
We got the blue line is a 100-day moving average. This is the daily chart. So the gentleman was correct. We're coming into that here. So it looks like it's about 163 if I had to say. I don't really watch moving averages like that or trade off of them. Because even looking at it here, I don't know how it would have been real successful for you. I mean, it broke here. That was a head fake. It broke here, which was good. These buys didn't work. So, I don't know if I put much weight in that. And Bitcoin, you said the 100-day moving average on the 12-hour chart, but I don't think that's possible. It's going to be 100. It's going to be 100 unit on the 12-hour, and I can't do a 12-hour chart. So if you go to like the 100-period hourly chart, then it's actually we're above it. So we're trading nicely above it. So I think again. So I don't put. I think the 200-day moving average on stocks, things like that, 100-day maybe I'd watch just to know where it's at, because you will have some institutions that'll trade off that or some bots. But for me, I don't think it's too helpful. So that's all I know. You want me to go over some? Let's talk stocks real quick, because what Apple reported after the close, it was down $12, I think it is, to 146. Dow was called down 350 a little bit ago, so that's going to turn this chart around. This is the Wyckoff wave. We had the buys down here at the lows. Quick reversal today was impressive, I thought. But again, we're going to give it up. We're going to give it up here tomorrow morning for a minute. A lot could happen before then. This is the Dow Jones ETF. So down 360 will take us right back to this morning's low, which I didn't really want to see, but you'll notice the technometer, 49.37. 50 is a sell, so that could have been it. And now we might be ready to come back down to test the lows or go to a new low. So not real happy about that. Square had a turnaround today, which we tweeted about. That was impressive. Open lower, went back to new highs for this move. Technometer 47, so still along there, but I'm probably using stops at today's low, which is 53, 56. That could have some trouble in the morning, but I guess I got to be worried that stocks could go to another new low here. So Elliott wave count looks like probably there is a new low coming, but I've been long, trying to stay long. There's TLT, goes to new high for the move. We are at a 51.48 on the technometer. But if stocks are headed down, bonds are going to stay bid. So I don't really have a trade there. UUP, I've been short. It bounced today. Technometer is still overbought. So I'm guessing this is probably a flat. And I think UUP is probably getting ready to head down again. If it does collapse here, if you can call this any type of 5 waves down, or if we're headed for major weakness, that could really help out the cryptos here. So I think you got to look at that. And then a lot of people are watching the metals. GDX, I said I didn't like this big bar here. We did go back to the highs. We're not really going above it. So I don't see any real action there. The GLD, which is strictly the gold ETF, has continued higher with gold. Gold and silver is just trading a little bit different. So I think that's just about it on anything. I will show one more. I'm long Boeing. How about Boeing at the lows? I thought it was testing a previous spring. So we did buy down here. We are back in the trading range. So this one still looks pretty good. Technometer is overbought. So once again, I got to stop at 313.71, today's low, which those could get tested tomorrow morning if the Dow opens down 350. So we shall see.
Sweet. Dennis says, Nick, do you have an opinion on crypto loans like Nexo or BitFi, pros and cons? Look, there are some legitimate ones. I think Nexo is probably legitimate. I think Salt is legitimate as well. Nexo has the better kind of like the better appearance. Like more some people think Salt is a scam because their CEO left, but really Salt is regulated in the United States, so it is legitimate. I think they have a lot of competition in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Once crypto goes mainstream, they're going to have competition with the traditional lending companies as well. So although I think it's interesting, you toss that on top of people kind of put those in the same market sector as BitConnect, which was a scam, and I think it's hard for people to really invest in those. I think they are relying 100% on users to create network effect with their native token, which hopefully could drive value. But the thing is, you need to have enough users to really prop the price up. And for some of these cryptocurrencies, the value proposition isn't that strong. Like on Salt, it's okay. They're trying to work it into the fee structure, whatever. Nexo is okay. But again, I just think a lot of people aren't really buying that for investment or speculation. They're only buying if they're actually users of the platform, which may stunt some growth or reduce the upside objectives.
Jeff, you're not bothering me on Discord, so keep throwing questions at me. The software, actually, we had Vladimir's changing a couple things now on my server. So the actual software was working all day yesterday. Today it's down until they're get a few things fixed on my server. So the crypto cookbook, what was it? Carrie had that done, and there was an issue or something. I know she's got it done. And the software, again, the software is working fine, doing a few things to make sure it works well with the server, because we're grabbing all the data ourselves now in 5 minutes for every crypto. But now it's just going to be getting it set up where you can go in and actually purchase it. So, but it's working faster. I'm going to try to start going live, and I'm talking definitely next Monday probably. I'm going to start going live. I'm going to say, I don't want to say this and not do it like some channels, but I'm going to try to be live like 10 or 11 in the morning, almost Monday through Thursday, Monday through Friday. And it's going to be more just relaxing. You can ask coin, stock, charts. We'll bring them up, talk about them. And really, just while I'm sitting here doing what I do in a day, I'm going to kind of have the software on both cryptos and stocks up just to go over shit. So that's what we're going to do.
Gary O'Connell wants to do a poll. Let's do a poll. When do you guys think that Bitcoin will reach all-time highs and hit $20,000? When will Bitcoin hit $20,000? You can say a year, you can say a month and a year. You let me know. Mr. Kobayashi says it's still bear market after the 10th of January, all going to continue to drop to the 1K zone as the real BTC bottom. So he is bearish, so you don't think we're getting to 20K anytime soon. He thinks Bitcoin is heading back to the $1,000 level. I think the only way that's going to happen is if there's some major macro fundamental flaw, or if, like we said, Coinbase and Binance don't actually have any of the Bitcoin or something happens like that. I think there's way too many buyers, definitely all laddered in from 1.9K all the way to 3K, who are waiting and might still be waiting if we continue to our upside objective, which is in the 4s.
I said we never see 3440 in your lifetime the other day, so
that is true.
I don't think I'm looking for 1,000. No,
that is true. We got Sun Scorpio says after Bakkt. Clifford Chapman says end of this year. Kanan says 2020. Fall says 2020. Fred says fall of 2020. REI Group says August 4th at 5 p.m. Now, hey, REI, if we hit 20K August 4th at 5 p.m., screenshot this, and I'll send you, 100,000 rapids, which are going to be worth a penny each by that time. So I'll be like, whatever that is, $1,000.
I'm going to take over the screen real quick because I want to talk about, if you go to learncrypto.io, go up to the top, go to the blog, shout out to Carrie for updating this every freaking day with news items that she's picking out, or I am. Mike Novogratz ups his stake in Galaxy Digital to almost 80% of shares. That was the news today. Here's the chart. Went from $1 to $1.40. And I remember somebody on this channel right down here when we was collapsing, I said I would buy that. High risk, but I think high return. And I'm going to say that...
that he's putting his money where his mouth is.
I'd buy that on a dip. I mean, I said to buy down, I think it was $1.05 the night I said it, that I would purchase it. And he's putting his money back where it's at. I know a lot of people said, he's been wrong and he didn't launch this or that because of whatever. But now he's putting his money where his mouth is. So whether he's right or wrong on Bitcoin in the next month or 6 months, I'm not sure it matters. I mean, he's looking long term. Nobody's out here day trading this stuff. He's trying to build some wealth there. So I think Galaxy, if you get a chance to buy it on ABC pullback, you probably take it. If you didn't buy it at $1.05 already. That's
there
what I'm
you go.
talking about.
We got this last article. It is from a couple days ago, so I'm not going to hammer on it, but you guys know I love my video games and my esports, and I love that more and more cryptos are getting integrated into these platforms, or you can use them for spending now. Fortnite store accepts cryptocurrencies, but it's not Bitcoin. It is actually only Monero XMR. Fortnite fans can now buy merchandise for the blockbuster online video game using the cryptocurrency Monero. Bitcoin payments are not yet accepted, reportedly due to privacy concerns. What have we always talked about? If you believe in the privacy sector, the one truly private coin is XMR. Some argue it's Zcash. That's false. Only 5% of their network transactions actually use their privacy feature. Monero is always private, therefore you don't have the optionality, and therefore every transaction is private. That's why I prefer XMR over ZEC. Monero enthusiasts said that the move signals that crypto adoption is expanding, since Fortnite is now the most popular video game in the world with more than 200 million registered users. Some Twitter users wondered why Monero was an accepted payment form while Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency by market cap, was not. Monero's project lead Riccardo Spagni, or Fluffy Pony, told CCN that Fortnite isn't currently allowing Bitcoin because of its, quote, lack of privacy, but they are considering using the Lightning Network because it restores some privacy to Bitcoin. Privacy has become an important issue amid rampant hacks and disturbing reports of user data being misused by social media monopolies like Facebook, and this is why Fortnite and their developers have chosen to only enact XMR payments, and I think it is via Globee, I think is the plugin that they're using, GLOBEE, something like that. So if you guys want to check that out. No, XMR is not an in-game item purchaser. Obviously, that would be awesome if XMR became kind of like the mainstream currency in-game. That's not the case, but it is for the official merch website, so you can buy all your Fortnite gear. It would have been nice if this would have happened pre-Christmas. A lot of people would have been maybe potentially seeing it at least, or getting interested in it, maybe even using it if they offered a discount leading into the Christmas holidays, because I know a lot of my friends got Fortnite shirts, whatever, and people get these gag gifts. So
Dustin wanted to know if you had the onesie. I said you did.
Oh, man, maybe I need to wear the onesie on stream.
He's got the one with the snapback, though.
The snapback. That is terrible. At the very bottom of this article, it says U.S. government wants to track Monero transactions, and I say good luck. They do mention that digital currencies like Monero and Zcash are preferred among crypto users who prioritize privacy, and the U.S. government is trying to learn how to track these transactions on these blockchains. I think they will find success with Zcash because, like I said, it is under 10%. Last time I checked, it was something like 5% of all transactions actually use the privacy features on ZEC, so that would be trackable. But XMR, the technology does not exist yet to track it. I know the government might try to figure something out, but if you believe in offshore money or privacy sector or whatever it may be, I don't know. I'm not your mom or your dad.
Drug profits.
Use XMR, mix it with some XMR addresses, and you're in the clear. I've never done that, though, so just remember that.
And we're talking about stocks and crypto, so we're going to do a quick disclaimer. Do your own research.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
Thank you very much.
There we go. There we go.
Keep the
that is all the news. That is all the
ass.
fundamentals, and that is all the TA. We told you what is going on. We gave a buy on Ethereum. Boom! 50% gainer. Gave you a buy on LTC in the 20s. We're in the 30s. We gave you a buy at EOS within like 30 sats. BTC buy, we said it between 3,000 and 3,200. We bottomed out at 3,124. And we gave you an ETC buy literally on the low in the 3s. And we're now into the 5s. What do you think? What do you need to tell people right now, Todd? What are we doing? Are we going higher? Are we going lower? Are we hodling? Are we trailing stops? What are we telling them as they are going to be waiting until 6:30 p.m. tomorrow for some more TA unless they're a Patreon member?
I think
what is going on?
I think you got to hodl and buy it. I'd put new money to work. I mean, I guess worst case we go down to that 2,800, but I'm personally not in that camp. So I like the way everything's are acting. news sucks. There's nothing to be excited about. I think we'll just keep working higher. So that's all I know.
Fred says, know anything about Bitcoin Cash Zero will be a triple quadruple if you count each BCH, ABC, BC. I'm not messing with any of those forks. I don't hold any of those. I sold that all pre-snapshot and whatever the price range was, $474 up to $600. Look, Bitcoin Cash is already failing now. I mean, they're going to be able to get out of here because Roger Ver is changing his tone, and is he going to continue to work on integrations? Bitcoin SV was pure manipulation by Craig Wright. He is crazy. Will there be more pumps? Probably. Is it going to be successful? Probably not. I don't need a fork of a fork of a fork of a fork. I'm good on that. I'm not going to be chasing any green candles for those. Now, if you hold it and we see some stupid pump because people like more coins in their bags, I'm going to say the same thing once again. Sell it pre-snapshot, please, and bag up that cash. Buy Bitcoin with it.
I'm going to answer Luke Jones. He's saying if we meet this resistance here again, won't it look bad? I mean, I guess you could say this C I have marked up here is, maybe this is like a wave 3. This is A, B, C. And now you've done 5 waves down, A, B, C. So now we've done a 1, 2 to the downside. We're getting ready to collapse. I think it's tough to call it that way. But that would be it. But I'd sell short right here with the stop probably at the 3,900. Do it right here, right now. I personally think we'll mouse around here and still shoot through the 3,900. So I don't really have any sells here, but I definitely think this was 5 waves down. So if you want to call that an ABC that just ended, I guess that'd be the way to play it on the bear side. But I'm not there, so.
And Will says, hey, Todd, you guys still trying to do an Elliott wave course?
You know, my buddy was working on that, and he did work on it because I have some of it done. I'll have to think about that. I mean, I don't have a lot of extra time, but it's hilarious, the Elliott wave counts that I see. I mean, there's just some rules you're not supposed to break, and they break them all. Anybody's just throwing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC on anything they see. So I'll think about that, Will, see if I can get it figured out. Because like I said, my buddy was doing it, and then I was kind of backing it up. And I'll get on his ass and see if he can get it done.
And then the very last thing I forgot to mention is BNB has been on a tear since the announcement of its trading competition over the holidays. If you follow me on Twitter, go check that out. I did post a chart there where I'd be looking to sell if we got one more pump. That thing has been doing ridiculously well. Obviously, it's volume manipulation. You're going to say it's not manipulation. It is real traders, but once they put in a trading competition for some $30,000 and 10 iPhone X's, obviously people are going to be pumping and dumping and trying to be the top trader to win one of those prizes. So whether you call it manipulation or whatever, it has been killing it off the lows there. And I do have some little higher targets that I wouldn't mind selling my BNB, looking for a retracement either during this competition or after the competition is over, as a lot of that volume is going to flatline due to the prizes given out to the winners. Any last thoughts, guys, in the chat box? Any last thoughts, Todd, before we wrap it up? Finally having a little bit of a shorter show. Get home on time for once.
I'm going to show the Cloak USD that someone just asked about, Outlaw Preacher. Boy. I mean, I guess I would have liked it somewhere here when it broke these previous supports on this spring. We got deep again, so for a swing trade, I probably would be long here with the stop down here at this $1.11 or so. I would hate to see it go to new lows again below there. So, but I'd rather be long something else, I guess.
There we go. Well, we had fun here with you guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure to smash up that like, share, and subscribe button. And leave your Rapids RPD wallet address in the comment section below, or your Telegram handle if you are in the Rapids tip bot. If you need to find your way to the Rapids tip bot, head over to Rapids RPD on Twitter and click on the link to get over there in the tip bot. It allows you to receive rains, tips, luckies, giveaways like I am doing on the show, all with me just tagging your username and essentially directly to your personal RPD wallet address. Thanks for tuning in. The buys are still looking good. If you're a short-term trader, maybe throw some stops on there, but we still think we are moving higher on the coins that we talked about. And if you were wanting to buy Zen last live show, We told you to wait on that. It is down $1. So now is as good a time as any to get that Zen for $1 cheaper, get that secure node or super node on their network to earn that passive income.
You got to remember, just like in the stock market, when the market's bottomed, back in 2009 and 2010, et cetera, the news wasn't very good. So when the news finally got good, now we've come under pressure. So you can't trade these cryptocurrencies by watching these news articles coming out. So there's no way you're going to be left. So I'd stay away from the news.
There we go. And no, Maverick Gold, you can't get 2 entries. Stop being a cheater. Until next time, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto.
Peace out.
I'm rich,
Stay
bitch!
positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck. Everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.